Chinatown, Los Angeles. That's where I am today, in this historic area just north of downtown LA. Here I'm getting what is arguably the most famous dish in all of Chinatown. It's a dish from a longtime Chinese-American restaurant, an institution really, in the neighborhood. It's a dish I've never seen before on any menu. So join me to discover this popular item. It's Vablonsky. It's Chinatown, LA on today's episode. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm in Los Angeles, in Chinatown, Los Angeles. And it's not unlikely that I would find myself here as I'm traveling around Southern California in the LA area. And just as a brief introduction, people say that the best Chinese food in the Los Angeles metropolitan area is not in Chinatown per se, Chinatown specifically. It's in the 626 area code in the San Gabriel Valley, which is east of here, east of the city proper in Los Angeles County. So the epicenter, I would say, admittedly has shifted probably long ago to the San Gabriel Valley in terms of where to find an abundance of Chinese food and delicious, well-regarded, and so-called quote-unquote authentic Chinese food. And there has been a migration out of Chinatown here in Los Angeles, in the city proper. And so the flavor of Chinatown here seems to be more of the old timers. You can hear the Toisan dialect being spoken. You can hear Cantonese being spoken on the streets here in Chinatown, and there is a sizable Vietnamese presence as well. So you have a lot of old school places here in Chinatown, and the place that I'm at today is called Chow, and apparently it's been here since 1977. What they do here is Chinese American food. That is what they specialize in. So the dish that I got today is called slippery shrimp. And they are well known and very famous for this specific dish. And I got one other thing too, but I came here specifically for the slippery shrimp because as I was researching where to go in Chinatown, this came up as one of the more famous things to get in Chinatown. I mean, there's lots of places I could have visited, but I had my eyes set on the slippery shrimp. And as I'm looking at the slippery shrimp, It looks glazed. It does look slippery. It has a kind of orangey glaze or tint to it. It's slightly lathered in a sauce. And, there's a guy pulling a metal sign across the street. Oh, that's what the noise is. Anyway, it looks like, fairly big-sized shrimp, medium-sized to large, and it has a kind of orangey glaze. And it does look slippery because of that. It has a kind of like a sweet and sour almost look to it. Maybe a distant Kung Pao look to it. I don't know. But this is Yang Chow's number one dish. I don't think there's any competition. If you go to Yelp and you look at the pictures for Yang Chow, I mean the majority of the pictures are of this dish. I got a serving of rice also with my slippery shrimp, and it comes in a classic oyster pail takeout container. And I noticed it doesn't have the metal handle on it. So this is a new style rice container, and it facilitates and it kind of accommodates the need to being popped into the microwave more easily. If you have any leftovers, you can take it home and you don't have to extract the metal handle off the box. Anyway, let me put the slippery shrimp onto my serving of rice. I have a separate container for the rice now, and let me put some on my rice, and woo. Wow, that is delicious. Slippery shrimp. Okay, so what does the slippery shrimp taste like? It's really good. It has a crisp exterior. It's fried and then I guess lathered in the slippery shrimp sauce. It has a tangy kind of sweetness to it. It reminds me, a little bit of, sweet and sour shrimp. It has that kind of feeling to it, but you can see also it has like flecks of red pepper in the glaze. Wow. I bet you there's honey involved in the preparation, because it tastes like that is the case. I mean, it retains a lot of crispiness despite being lathered, and then despite the shrimp being encapsulated in that sauce or that glaze or that stickiness. And as I'm eating it more and more, as I'm popping, piece after piece or shrimp after shrimp into my mouth, it reminds me, like I said earlier, it reminds me of sweet and sour shrimp. It's like if you took sweet and sour shrimp and married it with Kung Pao shrimp. If you could do that, you would have this slippery shrimp. And they are very generous with the portion. I mean, this is a lot of shrimp. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't count them, but I mean, it's a rectangular takeout box. The standard size of the rectangular plastic takeout box that you see everywhere. But it's jam-packed and generously filled. And I'm going to get some more, piece after piece, shrimp after shrimp, and get another bite full. I mean, there's nothing but shrimp in the slippery shrimp. There's no broccoli. I mean, which is a usual suspect when Chinese restaurants or Chinese American restaurants want to kind of fill the space. They kind of give you some, spears of broccoli. You see that a lot with Kung Pao chicken, not Kung Pao chicken, with the General Chow's chicken. Or the General Chow's dishes, whether it be shrimp or chicken, you see broccoli spears kind of playing a role. But here it's just unrelentingly shrimp. Ooh. Crisp, muscular shrimp. I mean, they must go through a lot of shrimp on a daily basis because it is their signature dish, and it seems like everyone's ordering it. Not that I stared at everyone's table, but I did see slippery shrimp on the table. That's at many of the tables that I kind of peered at and kind of looked over at. I mean, if you're going to be famous for a dish, why not this one? I mean, I've never seen a dish called slippery shrimp on any other Chinese American menu, and I've been to my share of Chinese American restaurants and takeout shops in my time. Actually, now as I'm eating the shrimp and I'm kind of really diving into it, it kind of escaped me initially, but you know what? It's not a marriage necessarily of sweet and sour shrimp and kind of kung pao shrimp. It's also, very characteristically kind of orange shrimp. Orange chicken and orange beef are very well-known orange dishes, as it were. But it's kind of like that. It's like orange shrimp with kind of an orangey tanginess, with a kind of a sweet and sour tanginess. And if you kind of threw in some of the kind of kung pao, maybe a kung pao would be more distant. So it's mostly, I would say, kind of orange shrimp plus sweet and sour shrimp. Yeah. And earlier I did say kung pao shrimp in trying to describe the slippery shrimp, but maybe I had kung pao on my mind because I ordered the kung pao chicken. When I entered the restaurant and made my order, I asked the young lady at the counter for some slippery shrimp because that I knew that was easily their most popular dish. It's their signature dish, their famed dish, perhaps one of the most famous dishes in Los Angeles, Chinatown. But I wanted some other popular dishes, and she rattled off a few. She actually did say orange chicken, but I said to her, maybe that's too similar to the slippery shrimps. And then she very quickly and without hesitation said kung pao chicken is one of their, by far one of their more popular dishes. So I said, okay, give me your kung pao chicken. And kung pao chicken is a dish that I do eat, I guess, with some regularity from Chinese American takeout shops. And so I'm not unfamiliar with that dish at all. And I was very willing to try their version of it. And as I look down on their version of it, it has pieces of chicken in a kind of, reddish orange, brownish glaze, no doubt because of the presence of hoisin sauce. And you see, it looks like celery, but it's not. It's actually, fat pieces of scallion, green onions. And you see, a lot of green onions and some peanuts, obviously, and some peanut being one of the signature ingredients in kung pao chicken and all the other different kung pao iterations. And you see, what else? Dried red chili peppers. And so let me get some on my rice. And, I'm going to scoop some onto my rice and then try a piece. Kung pao chicken, the Yang Chow version. Wow. Wow, that is delicious. Wow. Wow. And I would say it's appreciably spicy. Wow. Usually in the Chinese American version, the spiciness is very dialed down, and so you usually don't get any spicy kick to it. This one definitely has that. It's not overbearing, but it's very much present. Wow. Wow. And the chicken pieces are exceptionally tender. Wow, this is delicious kung pao chicken. Wow. As I said, I get Kung Pao chicken often enough from Chinese American takeout places, and they're usually, again, it's usually not this spicy, and I like it this way. It's spicy without being overly spicy, without being, too gentle. And the crunch of the peanuts contrasts and complements the softness of the chicken exceptionally well. Wow. It doesn't have sweetness at all. It's kind of very savory with a hoisin sauce. I'm sure, because Kung Pao chicken typically has hoisin sauce in it. Ooh. Some versions of Kung Pao chicken tend to be drier. And then you have the more wet varieties. You have a kind of a spectrum from dry to wet. I would say this is closer to the wet, a wet version of it, a saucier version of it. By that I mean the glaze on the chicken sometimes is very dry. It's not wet or gravy-like. And this one is more gravy-like, but it's not exceedingly, liquidy. Some versions you see are very liquidy. It has kind of like pieces of celery in it. Those versions with celery tend to be very liquidy because the celery tends to leach out liquid, and it kind of dampens the whole thing. And I would typically not like the presence of celery in my Kung Pao chicken or, Kung Pao shrimp or whatever it might be. Okay, I'm working my way back to the slippery shrimp, and despite my brief interlude with the Kung Pao chicken, it's still crispy and delicious. And so, let me conclude with this as I'm munching on more of this slippery shrimp. I want to thank you for joining me today in Chinatown in Los Angeles. And you know what I want to mention too, I'm glad this Yang Chow place is bustling. I mean, when I went in there and ordered, as you could see from the introductory footage, it was quite packed, and there was a lot of customers. And so I'm glad to see that, because Chinatown here in Los Angeles has not been, doing as great as it could be. I'm glad to see this place really on its feet and being very vibrant with business. People were eating in and dining in and getting carry out, and I'm glad to see that. And so thank you for staying all the way to the end, if you did. And please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And please leave a comment about anything I ate today. What were your thoughts? What are your impressions? And also, please, if you want to see more videos from me, please click on the thumbnail link that you see on the screen for other related videos. And please continue watching. I would appreciate that. And if you are so inclined, please subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. I'll catch you on my next food adventure. Thank you so much. Take care.